Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. Don't forget, if you like the video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So as you can see, I did get the crop in. You can go straight from plowing to planting. I thought you could, but I wasn't sure. But I realized one thing that I hadn't thought about is that with a plow, you can create more fields. And since we're going back and or left and right instead of up and down here, I figured why not use up some of this hill space and get ourselves just a little bit more crop. So we didn't get a ton, but we did get some. I wonder if the new area needs lime. That's pretty funny. So a couple things I realized and why I'm not. I came back so quickly. That's not what I wanted. This is what I want. Here. Alright, so here's on improving the yield. If we spread fertilizer twice and spread lime every 3 harvests, we get a 65% bonus, which is great. But there's no way we can afford a lime spreader right now, not without taking out a loan, and I'm not going to do that. But we can get, or we can avoid a 35% loss by plowing and by removing weeds. We could afford a weeder. And also, we could probably afford a super cheap tractor. So let's go into the store here. Look at the tractors first. I think the only one we can afford is these Fords off the mod. I don't think I can really afford that one. This seems awfully cheap, but I'm going to take it anyways. It's probably cheating, but we're going to do it. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. And now let's get just a small weeder. So the tractor, the second tractor, there we go, will let me spread seed while I am still plowing. So it'll take a little bit less time. So that will be helpful. Okay, this thing seems huge. Yeah. That's the auto something or other, which I discovered I need on some of these modded vehicles because otherwise their default camera positions point you in really weird spaces. This is a dincy little tractor. Yes, in fact, it's actually underpowered for our seeder, but just barely underpowered for it. The seeder doesn't take much power, so I think we'll be able to get away with it. I would have gotten that $29,000 one if we'd had enough money for it, but even doing this left us with just $13,000. But hey, we'll have our full crop yield this way, a 100% crop yield, instead of what we probably got. Well, I don't know what we got this last time. I'm guessing we probably got so 35% would have been 65% of normal crop yield. Whoa! It's just me here that this front tires has come off the ground. I am not going to try to run this weeder with this. We're going to use this thing only for the seeder. So we will just permanently attach him to the seeder back here. But that'll save a little bit of time for me, being able to run seeder and plow at the same time. And yes, I realize that I'm spending money I don't need to when I hire workers, but it's worth it to me. Especially right now, we probably can't afford it, but it's so tedious. So, all right, so we're going to be able to get this field weeded. And I'll show you this real quick. We'll open this, the weeder out. There we go. And Growler, you go ahead and do that. No, Lance can do it. Whatever. One of you do it. I'm out of here. Go ahead. Okay, so you can see, if you come over, we'll come up here. You can see the weeds in between things. It's not actually too bad right now. Actually, can you tell right now? I don't know. If they get bad, you can definitely tell. If you let them get too tall, then the weeder's not going to work. So you have to catch the weeds when they're in their early stages of growth. So that's gonna help us out. We got it plowed. Now we're getting it weeded, so we should get a lot better crop. And what I've got planted this time is soybeans. Oh, and you know what? I was so stupid on the last crop. I had meant to go and sell that wheat at the Central Grain Elevator because they had a better price. Oh God, the prices! Look at that. We sold that stuff at the restaurant for like $600 earlier. Now it's over $1,000 at the restaurant. Sheesh. Well, I hope I can get as good a price as the restaurant's. No, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Central Grain Elevator. Restaurant isn't bad. Central Grain Elevator is great for our soybeans. Hopefully they will still be good when we get this all taken care of. So I'm going to let the weeding do its thing, and we'll be back in just a moment. This is what it looks like while you sit and wait for the crops to grow. Later on, it's going to get better as we have more stuff to do, but right now, with limited resources and everything, all we can really do is sit and watch the grass grow. Let's get out of here. Turn on the flashlight. We'll go into Growler's house. There we go. Growler, why do you have no lights?
You forgot to hook up electricity when you put this house in.
Oops. Sorry about that. Well, at least you have no rain on your roof. Ooh. Oh, that's right. This is a port town. Wow, that's a heck of a lighthouse. It's got like 6 beams or something from the looks of things, maybe 8. $6 in property maintenance. That's what this house is costing you. See, it's a good thing you have no electricity. I wonder how you're going to charge the battery on your laptop, though. I guess we better get electricity in here. I'm not paying to string lights, though, so we'll just put an outlet in. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll just buy a generator and then just run a cord in the window. There you go. See, then you just run it when you need to charge the laptop, and we don't have to spend a lot of money. So I did. It cost almost $1,000 to fill up the cedar, but we didn't use a ton of it, so that should last us a while. Maybe like 4 plantings or something like that. So if all goes well, then that's not too bad. $250 a planting isn't bad. Crop's looking good. Let's take a look here. And we got a pretty good sized field. I mean, when you're in easy mode, you start with these 4 fields here. And I'd say our field 21 here is about the equivalent of field 19. About the same size, maybe bigger. It's hard to say. Yeah, I'd say it's just a little bit bigger. So that's not bad. We're starting off able to get more than half the crops that big farm can get. And all we've got is Growler's little shack and all the cheapest equipment. Although I do really like Growler's truck. That is a nice truck, Growler.
That's Growler's truck.
Like when you turn on the lights, see the speedometer lights up too. Oh, that's bright. Very bright. There we go. Don't want to run the battery down. Alright, so I'll continue waiting for the crops to grow. I'll probably wait for dawn. Hopefully the rain will have stopped by then. Actually, you know what? It's almost dawn now. Well, we'll see. So, BRBs. So the rain has stopped and our soybeans are ready to harvest. So, hopefully we'll make some decent money off from this. I would love to see us make 30,000 or so. Let's start the engine. And I'm going to come back out to this view, which I love the immersiveness of looking from this view. But when you're lining stuff up, it's so much easier to do it the other way. You know what? Let's start at the other end of the field. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's not. Because I've got room to overlap there. I don't have any room to overlap here because of the house. Come on. Alright. Lance. Go to it. Lance is making some pretty good money at this. Yes, Lance is pretty happy about that. Lance gets to eat. More power to you, Lance. Alright, so we'll let Lance get going. I think if we let Lance do a couple rows, then the plow's probably faster, but it's not as wide. Well, how wide is that? That's not what I wanted. I want our garage. How wide is this? This is 4 meters. I believe this is 2.5. So it's almost twice as wide. So yeah, I think if we let that get a couple rows in, we can start the plow going. And then this cedar is probably going to be a lot faster. I'll probably have to let about half the field get done before I want to start the cedar. Because otherwise, it's just going to catch up with the plow. Later on, when we get a cultivator, then it will go the same speed, if not a little faster than the cedar, so we'll be fine. But for right now, this is just the way it's going to have to be. Why do you keep missing this part down here, Lance? This is a good amount of crop. We can always come back and get it ourselves.
Yeah, Growler's always having to fix the stuff Lance did.
Oh, got a little air conditioner right there. Cool, cool. You got no lights, but you have an air conditioner. I have no idea what that pipe is for. Another thing it'd be nice to get. I noticed that this tractor is already in need of some maintenance. You see on the bottom right there the green bar above the speedometer? It's already down almost a quarter. I like to do the maintenance when it gets down to about half. And if we had a maintenance shed, that would be great because that would make it cheaper. But you know, you've got to outlay the money to begin with on the maintenance shed. Oh, nice picture. Looks like it's at this region. All right. So I will get the crops going here, and when we're ready to go and sell our first batch of stuff, I will bring you back and we will see how that goes. So, BRBs. Okay, we are back. And that is it. That's the end of it. We did not get a full load. which is disappointing. I thought sure we would get at least one full load of soybeans out of this. Oh, wait a minute. Let's be smart this time. Where are soybeans going for the most? Figures the price will drop. Central grain elevator. No, let's go back to this. Central grain elevator is here. Tag it. Okay. Alright, so we'll go ahead. Turn our speed up. Actually, I think what I'm going to have to do... Whoa, I didn't mean for my top speed to go that high. I think we're going to have to look at the map here and see how we're going to go. I'm going to go up past the lime station. Let's go over to the shopping center and take that turn there. Alright, so I'm also thinking, as I'm sitting here watching the plow go so slowly, we shouldn't need to plow again, because we're not planting any crops that require plowing. Let's try looking up where we're going. We're not planting any crops that require plowing. So I'm thinking what we should do... can I please get going? There we go. Is sell the plow, because the plow was expensive. We could sell the plow, and that we should get enough money back from that to easily get a I don't know why I keep looking down. To easily get a cultivator, and the cultivator will go faster than the plow. Because I'm just watching the plow move slowly across the field and thinking, oh god, it's going to be forever before I can actually start seeding this field. But I was really hoping that we would get a full load off from this, but I guess not. It's not a huge deal. A little bit further down, there's a dirt road. There it is. Alright. But whatever we get from this, if we have enough money from it, what I want to do is get the cheapest fertilizer spreader. If we can get a fertilizer spreader and fertilize the field twice, then that should increase our yield by 50%. Should we get half again whatever we get out of this today? But I really thought this field was bigger than... No, because we're talking about yield. So yeah, our yield should be half again. So after we get the fertilizer down, then we'll get almost 1.5 loads of soybeans out of this field, and then we'll probably get the full 1.5, if not a little bit more, out of the field once we can also get lime on the field. And I'm not sure if it would be worth leasing a spreader for the lime. It might. Why am I not? Oh, I'm not far enough forward. There we go. Okay, let's see what we get. $17,000. It's better than we got from the wheat, that's for sure. And prices were down from what they had been when we planted it. So maybe with a little luck, we can get even more. Of course, if the prices are looking bad on soybeans, it could try, or on, soybeans, we could try planting canola. I don't think we get quite as much profit on canola as we do on soybeans, though. Alright. I'm going to drive this back, and we'll see you there. Okay, so I pulled this off the field. I should have started the seeder going. Oh well. Let's do one thing at a time here. Let's go ahead and sell this plow. And then we can buy... Come on, Growler. Stay on the road.
Not Growler's fault. Steering on this tractor's a little wonky. I think you bought a defective one.
No, I did not buy a defective one. What was I saying? Growler, I tell you. This should get us more than enough money, or definitely will get us more than enough money to buy a cultivator. The question is, will it get us enough money that we can also afford... Ugh, I don't think so. Wow. We spent $19,000 on that, and we're only going to get a little over $9,000. Alright, cultivator. This one right here. Well, maybe 31. That was sort of cut off, I was thinking. Because this is going to be 20. That gives us 11,000 to work with. Okay. Go ahead and get this guy back started on the field, and then we'll look at our prices. Come on. Can we please get hooked up to this? There we go. Alright. This will reduce the time it takes for us to do that. I know it's waste of 10 grand. Well, closer to 9 grand, but it's still a waste to sell off that plow. But this is going to speed up cultivating fields so much. Now all we have to do is last through this next harvest cycle with the little bit of money we've got. Now let's see what is selling for what. Boy, he got quite a ways in the field in the time I was gone, though, didn't he? Okay, I'm going to overlap this a bit. Okay. Why am I looking backwards again? Before we start this, ooh, a little closer to the field than I thought I was. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Now, what's got good prices on it right now? Here's soybeans, and here's what you call it? Prices don't look fantastic on either. Well, let's see what happens with canola. Can't hurt. Okay, there we go. We are now planting canola. Once he is done cultivating the field, I'll go pick up our fertilizer. And then we'll have a weeder and a fertilizer, although fertilizer is going to be expensive. Ugh, I didn't think about that. I'm going to have to buy fertilizer too. That big bags, food, solid fertilizer, $2,000. Ow. Well, can't be helped. I may end up having to take out a small loan after all just to get us through this. All right. So, I think that's going to be it for today. We're not going to be able to get much more done. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hopefully next time, next video I do, I'll be able to have stockpiled some money and we'll be able to move on a little bit further. I think what I really want to do is just keep plowing this field and save up money to buy that field there. I think that's our next wisest purchase. Although, well, I might actually want to get some stuff for cutting down some of these trees. We don't have a lot of them, but if I got stuff to cut down some of these trees, we'd make a little bit of money from cutting down trees. If I got stuff for baling, we could mow some of this grass and make some money off that. I don't know. We'll see. This grass here hasn't grown back. I'm not sure what to do to get it to grow back. I'll have to look that up. I know I saw something about that, but yeah. We probably will get a chainsaw and a stump grinder so we can take care of some of these trees, make a little bit of money off that. We might do that. We might get the stuff to mow this grass, and then we can make some or sell off some of that. But in the meantime, we're going to just be saving up money to get to that. Buy that field. That's 170-something thousand over there. So it's going to be a long wait. I'm going to have to do a lot of harvests for that, especially at $15,000-$20,000 a pop. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Growler, why are you here?
Growler's time slot. Growler's here.
What do you mean your time slot? We don't like to do time slots. It's like sometimes weekends are yours, sometimes they're Nancy's. It's just, it's the way it is. Alright, let's swing.
Where are the arid badlands? What's that stupid looking thing?
That's a robot.
What am I doing?
You're gonna be like an adventurer. They call them vault hunters.
What's the vault?
Well, it's supposed to have all sorts of good stuff in it. Is it just me? You've been getting a little sun there, buddy.
Well, of course I've been getting a little sun. And on these islands forever. You keep making me get naked and start over again.
Well, it's good for you. It builds character.